Yankees Cubs coming up from Wrigley. Time now for our keys to the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Yeah, no Judge, no Bellinger, no Stanton, but they've got Paul Goldschmidt, the gold standard. He's always been good against the Cubs, good in this ballpark, and outstanding against left-handed pitching. So obviously a dangerous bat to contend with, but you got to show some love to that man right there. Shota Imanaga's been on a nice roll. Got a 2 ERA over his last 8 starts. He's allowed 1 run in his last 3 starts. Will Warren will go for the Yankees here today, and he struggles a little bit against left-handed bats. So keep an eye on the lefties. Maybe Ian Happ, maybe Michael Busch, maybe PCA will have a big day today against the Yankee right-hander.
We will have lineups and first pitch from that man, Shota Imanaga, when we return. Chicago Cubs baseball on Marquee Sports Network is brought to you by the Bob Locurcio Auto Group. You're going to like buying a car this way. By Circus Sports. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. Well, we get ready for a big series. Cubs and the Yankees here at Wrigley, the first of 3. And some roster moves to go over, so we send it downstairs and say hello to Taylor McGregor.
Good to see you, Boog. We're back and ready for baseball, but before we do so, there is a roster move. Gavin Hollowell has been placed on the 15-day IL with right shoulder inflammation, and so that leads the way to left-handed pitcher Antoine Kelly being recalled from AAA. Antoine, when he gets in the game, it will be his major league debut. He was originally drafted by the Brewers, most recently with the Dodgers. He's bounced around a little bit. And the report on him is he has elite stuff. It's just a matter of can he find the strike zone. He's been doing so in AAA, which is why he got recalled. So we'll see how that plays out when Craig Counsell goes from the pen.
Well, the bullpen has been outstanding of late. And today, Craig Counsell hoping for another nice effort from Shota Imanaga. And JD, Shota's been on a really good run.
Yeah, he really has, and it came on the heels of a really bad run. May 18th to June 4th, he put up a 10.80 ERA. He allowed 12 home runs in 21 innings. Since then, he's been lights out, 45 innings and an ERA of 2 and just 5 home runs. 13 scoreless over his last 2. Been mixing things up a little bit, throwing some sinkers, mixing in a few more breaking balls, and he's done a much better job keeping the ball in the ballpark. There's 2 home runs allowed over his last 5 starts.
You look at his ERA peaked at a season-high 4.74 after the game against the Athletics on June 4th when he gave up 6 runs in 6 innings. His last 8 starts since then, an ERA of an even 2, almost a strikeout an inning, and he's kept the ball in the ballpark at a much better rate. So Friday afternoon at Wrigley with Shota on the mound. Showtime on a Friday. What could be better? All right, so with the lefty on the mound, let's take a look at the Yankees lineup. It is brought to you by Ford. Goldschmidt, Rice, Rosario, the top 3. Dominguez, Grisham, and Volpe. Jones, Sanchez, and Caballero. It's a Yankees team that is 3rd in the American League, 10th in baseball in runs per game. They are struggling to score, though, at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of their boys are down. Aaron Boone there, still got a big smile on his face. His pitching is what's been so good for them. They've been in Chicago all week. Just finished a 4-game set with the White Sox. Now they got a weekend here on the north side of town.
So Imanaga to face the big first baseman and noted Cubs killer Paul Goldschmidt.
His OPS against left-handed pitching this year, 1043, second best in MLB.
Imanaga ready to work, and here we go. And that one is upstairs. And we are underway. Yeah, those numbers, well, those numbers are going to put you in the Hall of Fame. Imanaga. And a foul ball. JD, you mentioned his numbers, talking about Goldschmidt against lefties this year. It's pretty close to being in line with what he is career against lefties.
He's, you know, and it's not like he's a slouch against righties, but he just wears out left-handed pitching. 7 times an All-Star, won an MVP a few years back. Good splitter there from Imanaga.
So now 1 and 2. Goldschmidt, then Rice, and then Rosario against the southpaw. Ground ball to third. Ramirez takes it in and throws him out. Bregman is the DH. Seiya Suzuki has the day off as Conforto starts in right.
Ramirez proving to be a valuable guy with his positional versatility, and he's bringing a lot to the table offensively as well.
But swinging a good bat, obviously it helps that he's a switch hitter. 1 down, base is clear, and here is Rice. This guy is one of the best hitters in baseball that you may not know about. Originally a 12th round pick in 2021 out of Dartmouth, and he has turned into a dude. You look at it by weighted runs created plus. It's Yordan Alvarez, and then Wilson Contreras, then Soto, then Rice, Wood, and PCA. That's where you take a moment to recognize Pete Crow Armstrong. When you think about the job that he has done offensively, he's up there putting up the best offensive numbers with anyone. And then he's also the best defender going.
Yeah, that's why he's right in the middle of the MVP conversation.
Swing and a miss, a strikeout, and there's 2 away.
You see the split finger grip. This ball actually has a little horizontal action running away from Rice. And typically that pitch is going to fade and move in a little bit on a lefty.
2 down. Imanaga registers his first strikeout. You see if maybe there's a bar somewhere in Japan that every 2 strikeouts they're giving away free drinks for soda.
Yeah, sure. Who knows?
We probably should chat with him about that. See if we could get somewhat similar deal. Swing and a miss from Rosario.
I feel like it would have to be sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's right.
You think they're hanging around the sports bars in Tokyo drinking sake?
The 1-1. Popped up foul. And now 1 and 2 on the third baseman.
So he's so heavy with that 4-seamer splitter combination, but what we've seen lately is mixing things up, more sinkers, more breaking balls. That was a sweeper there to Rosario. A lot of times we don't see that till later in the outing for Imanaga.
1-2. Fly ball foul down the right side. I've heard the phrase a couple of times that he's had to mix in other stuff to protect his fastball and protect his splitter so that it's not just that 1-2 combo, because they are good pitches, but if it's only those 2, it can get predictable.
Got to give the hitter something else to think about. You know, even if the metrics and the analytics and the spin rate, even if it doesn't grade out great, the idea that you're showing a hitter the occasional slider, sweeper, curveball, whatever breaking pitch he wants to feature, or the sinker, yeah, it just gives, puts a little something else that they have to deal with.
Amaya pushes the button, gives the high target. 2-2.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Shota pitch in a while, and you're wondering what Amaya's doing back there with the high target, this was Shota's idea. He wants to have a real good idea what the top of the strike zone is, where he can go with that 4-seam fastball. Obviously, you can't flash that glove only when you throw the 4-seamer. So Amaya will throw that target up there, and then as he's ready to pitch, he'll bring the glove down. But just a way to reinforce to Imanaga where the top of the zone is.
Breaking ball, that's bounced foul. You could see Imanaga in that sequence pushing the pitch com on his glove, letting Amaya know exactly what he wanted to throw. He doesn't do it every pitch or even the majority of pitches, but occasionally he will weigh in with his opinion. The 2-2. Off the inside edge, good try, and now 3-2 on Rosario.
Yankees like Rosario against left-handed pitching. That's been kind of the narrative around him in his career. But this year, just 208 for Rosario against lefties. Let's talk about it, says Amaya. Oh, we got a pitch comp thing. There have been so many injuries to Cubs pitchers this year.
Yeah.
Anytime you see somebody look towards the dugout, you're thinking, oh no, they're calling for a trainer.
So Easton will bring out a new one, and I'm going to see Tom Hanahan. Could he charge him with a ball 4, or is it a mound visit? I think it is a mound visit.
Yeah.
We touched on all the injuries, and you kind of gasp every time it seems like someone might be reacting to a player. But yeah, the Cubs have used the most pitchers in the majors this year, 34.
Right, counsel looking for some clarification as to why that's a mound visit.
I think that in this spot, I believe what happens is you got to take the mound visit, or it's going to be a pitch clock violation.
And that would have been ball 4.
I've been grumpy about this, but I stick to my guns on it. We're at a place now where we've been with pitch comp for a while now. The things need to be charged, and the volume needs to be up. But if they're not ready, I think it's on the players, and they deserve to be penalized.
It's such a scold. My word.
Let's go. Move it along. It's part of it.
Let the kids play. Well,
at this point, it's no different than bringing your glove or your bat. It's the same thing.
But let's just put a 1 or a 2 down. Just go old school when the pitch comm doesn't work.
Good enough. The 3-2. Yeah, that's
right. I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
That's not a hard adjustment to make. Rosario not happy. Thought he should have done something with that one.
Comes pitch number 11. Imanaga got him. He blew the fastball past them. A pair of strikeouts. They're drinking sake somewhere. The Cubs will come up to hit when we come back. And the Cubs will come up to hit against the Yankees. It'll go Pete Crow, Armstrong, Pedro Ramirez, Michael Busch, then Bregman, Happ, and Horner, who's been hot since the break. Conforto in right, Swanson and Amaya rounding out the lineup against Will Warren. Craig Counsell's team second in the majors in runs per game.
Well, the right-hander Will Warren on the mound for the Yankees today. What can we tell you about Will? 8th round pick 2021 out of southeastern Louisiana. Road has not been kind to him this year. He's got an ERA at 5. And got a good changeup. Back to a breaker there. Fastball. Throw both a four-seamer and a sinker. Slider and a change. Got roughed up by the Phillies last time out. He gave up 6 runs in 3 innings.
The 2-1. Off the outside edge, Tom Hanahan is our plate umpire. Ron Culpa, the crew chief, at first. Scott Barry at second. And Manny Gonzalez is at third. There's Tom. They call him Hanny?
Yeah, probably. Hand dog.
3-1. There's that changeup.
Yeah, previous one was off the plate. Pete was able to lay off it. Came back with another good one here.
Pete working on a stretch right now. 51 games of an 1180 OPS. It's been incredible. Leads the majors in wins above replacement. Back back up the middle, but waiting on it is Volpe to handle the chance. He'd hit it hard, but on the ground and right at the shortstop.
Yeah, there's no food up the middle anymore for these hitters. There's always somebody positioned to make a play on a ball like this. The mound helped out a little bit too. Took a little steam out of that one. See some folks pulling their ponchos on here. It's kind of misting just a little bit.
Since the All-Star break, the Cubs have two of the hottest hitters in the game, Horner and Ramirez. Two guys hitting north of 420. Oh, Quint.
What happened?
This went right through his legs. T-Mac heckled him. They got to be wearing him out right now, I would think.
Yeah, he's got bad body language.
Yes, bad body language.
I think it was Seiya. Look at Seiya.
Redirected through. And that one will get through the left side hole and a base hit.
Say hi, young man. Pedro Ramirez delivers. Big old leg kick, gets down on time, stays back on the breaking pitch.
So a base hit. Mike Bush. As we put the spotlight not just on the players but the coaches, and Quentin Berry, you watch the ball, just redirects, and Q is ready and right there. And
yeah, how about two hands, Q? The ball's got a lot of funky spin.
Tough start to the day. You go ahead and steal third. You get caught. You just keep on going to Toledo.
Wind appears to be blowing right to left here this afternoon.
The 0-2. And that time Bush laid off.
Let's see what the wind is doing. Yeah, a little bit of help to left, but not so much. Pretty neutral.
That is pretty neutral.
Yeah. It wouldn't even change clubs, Boo.
No. Check swing did not go. It's Manny Gonzalez down there.
Early indications that Will Warren's going to lean heavily on that changeup against the left-handed bats here this afternoon.
Michael Bush at 243, 13 homers. Remember, he led the team with 34 home runs last year. Bounce towards first. Goldschmidt to second for one. In time, it'll go 3-6-3. And the double play ends the inning. And frankly, it's how the Cubs pitching staff has given them up. Highest rate of runs allowed via the home run ball. So something's got to give.
Got to give. Well, it's a little different Yankee look these days without Judge and Bellinger and Stanton.
Yeah.
Guys at the top provide a lot of sock. Goldschmidt has gone deep 16 times. Rice 31.
Jason Dominguez. Dominguez, then Grisham, And then Volpe against Shota. Maya trying to frame that. Two and one now. Here it comes. Swing and a miss.
Cannot sit fastball against Imanaga. Too many good splitters. A lot of swing and miss on that pitch.
Three and two now. Dominguez, switch hitter. He's a better left-handed hitter. Big time prospect. Signed out of the Dominican Republic for $5.1 million in 2019. 3-2. Fouled into the mid of Amaya. Struck him out. Three in a row for Shota, and there's one away.
Again, it's that split finger pitch. I'm guessing he didn't want to leave it up there, but he got away with it. The off-speed nature enough to get the job done.
Grisham a ball and no strikes. Swings through that one. Grisham's got good power. He had 34 homers a season ago at an 811 OPS. He ultimately, like Shota Imanaga, he accepted the qualifying offer. Came back to the Yankees for a little over $22 million. Here's Happ, and he makes the grab. Shota already with 3 punch-outs. A reminder, AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 241 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. For each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field, AbbVie will donate $241 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. Anthony Volpe here. Yankees and the Cubs, the first of 3 this weekend.
Good swing there from Volpe. The Yankees lost their last 2 against the White Sox in extra innings. Both teams probably have some guys not available out there in the bullpen. Bullpen's been worked pretty hard here lately for both the Yankees and the Cubs.
The 1-1. JD, these 2 teams are pretty similar, at least in terms of performance. The Yankees have a record of 61 and 48. The Cubs one better at 62 and 47. The Cubs run differential plus 89. The Yankees is plus 87.
Yeah, they go about it differently in that the Yankees have been led by their pitching staff. And Cubs, it's been run scoring and outstanding elite defense in the field.
Imanaga now with 4 strikeouts. The lefty off to a fast start. Alex Bregman's been hot the last few games. He will lead things off when we come back. Row visor. There's Bill Murray, long-time Cub fan, and then former Yankee great Alex Rodriguez in the house. So distinguished front row.
Yeah, I would say when I see Bill dressed like that, I think distinguished.
No doubt.
All right.
Bregman pops it up. Sanchez tosses the mask, makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Distinguished.
Dignified.
Yes. Will Warren will go to work against Ian Happ. No score. We're in the bottom of the second. Yankees pitching has been elite this year. Best ERA in the game.
.331 team ERA leads the pack. Starters are fifth. Bullpen .298 tops.
They're middle of the pack, slightly above average defensively. But without Judge and Stanton and no Bellinger right now. I mean, Belly being out is huge for them. It's in there for a strike, and now 2-2.
He's throwing a ton of changeups. Throws it hard, 87, 88 miles per hour. Coming off a solid rookie season, 9-8 last year with a .444. He finished 8th in the American League Rookie of the Year voting. He was the only rookie pitcher in MLB last year to pitch enough innings to qualify to be listed among the league leaders. Made all 33 starts.
That is in there, and Happ is gone. First strikeout for Warren.
Point being, Warren's he's not Fried, he's not Cole, he's not Schlitter, but if he's at the back of your rotation, it's a pretty solid guy. Ian perhaps hunching on the changeup, gets beat by the heater.
2 away, bases empty, and it's Nico Horner. Nico, since the break, has been outstanding as he asks for time. Oh, and 1, Warren. Much of the Cubs are second in baseball in runs per game. They're second in on-base percentage. They lead in walk rate. Put a lot of pressure on pitchers and on defense. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout ends the bottom of the second. No score here at Wrigley.
Their elite defensive play, their first in Major League Baseball in DRS, outs above average, and FERB. Now leading the charge for that, we know, is Pete Crow Armstrong, who's always been graded as a plus defender, but he'll tell you he really took a step forward when he learned his pre-pitch timing. And here's what we're talking about. We're going to show you after the pitch. So basically, this is what Craig Counsell calls a synchronized dance. And he said it's all about timing a pre-first pitch. And so you can really tell the Cubs defenders, they get in sync in their timing is in sync, and Craig will tell you that is a characteristic of a really good defensive team. They're all doing it at the same time, and here was just now, so you can see up and down at the same time. And Pete will say that he even matches his according to Dansby. So if he goes into the dugout and watches video back, he wants to be in sync with Dansby Swanson. So that timing really helps him get better jumps, which is, again, where we've seen him really grow defensively throughout the years. But it's a characteristic, as Craig Counsell says, of a really good defensive group. Boop.
It helps you get ready, but beyond that, it's just one of those cool, beautiful things about baseball. One of those subtleties as you're just looking around the field and looking at the defense.
Yeah, and if you watch a lot of baseball and you spend some time focusing, especially on the outfielders, sometimes guys won't do it because sometimes their heads are somewhere else. And you'll see guys get caught in a little bit of a late break because they weren't on the balls of their feet. They weren't ready to react. And it's got to be a commitment to play every pitch.
1-2.
This guy, Spencer Jones, big old hoss. He's got big time power. Strikes out a bunch. Six, 7.
Yeah. There's an element of his swing mechanically and like the setup that is, to me, very similar to, it's somewhere in between Ohtani and Judge. The way he goes about it. A little more of a squat than Ohtani.
Throwing a little Bagwell in there too.
In there, got him. Imanaga on point so far as he has struck out 5, 1 away.
Well, he came into this inning with 9 swings and misses already, and I think this is maybe a 2-seamer here.
Missing that time.
And the reason why Amaya sets that initial target as high as he does is that because if he was to put it at the actual top of the strike zone, he wouldn't be able to see. So he actually puts the mitt up above his eye line.
And again, remember when Shota came over here, he was asked to pitch differently than he did in Japan. And one of the things the Cubs liked and thought would play is that vertical approach angle and the carry on his 4-seam fastball. Those two things would work at the top of the zone, but the top of the zone here is a bit higher than in Japan. And so they had to keep emphasizing to him, no, there's more space up there than you think.
Yeah,
here in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, and it's, he's not a big guy, 5'10", so it's just a different look that the hitters are dealing with.
The 3-1. And that's in there for a strike. Yeah, he uses his height to his advantage.
So a lot of guys, they start down in the zone and then elevate. This time he goes downstairs. He went down the ladder, Boog.
Down the ladder. 3-2. One of the things that changed for Imanaga this year, he's throwing the ball in the zone less frequently and gotten more chase. Popped up. Michael Busch staring at it on the dirt, and Bushy pulls it down. Out number 2.
The 2026 Nissan Frontier, with Ward's most awarded V6 engine in the last 30 years. Nissan, Consumer Guide's most awarded brand 5 years in a row. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select Frontier trims.
Pop-ups could be an issue today. I mean, they almost always are here at Wrigley Field, but it's kind of a baseball white sky that we're dealing with here this afternoon.
Line drive caught out of the air. Caballero retired. 9 up, 9 down. Shota off to a real good start. Beautiful look from our drone, middle of the 3rd. Mike Conforto up to hit, getting an opportunity to swing it for the first time today as he celebrates 10 years of big league service time. Bottom 3rd of the order, Conforto, Swanson, and Amaya.
A handful of Cub players have celebrated that milestone this year.
I mean, it's a decade on the diamond.
Yeah, there you go. JMO, Bregman, Boyd, Swanson, and Conforto all celebrating 10 years of big league service time.
Conforto starting it right. Talked with Craig Counsell pregame about Michael Conforto signing with the Cubs. Craig already had in his mind what, if healthy, things would look like. And he was curious as to why Michael signed with the Cubs, because he wasn't sure that there was going to be a ton of opportunity for him. He wanted to see what his expectations were. And Michael's thing was, I want to go someplace and have a chance to win. Swing and a miss there. Warren registers his third strikeout.
Warren goes up top of the fastball. He's got 3 in a row now.
One down, base is empty. And there's a strike to Dansby Swanson. Cubs and Yankees first of 3, no score.
Cubs will not see a Schlitter in this series, but Max Fried tomorrow, Garrett Cole on Sunday. Cubs will counter with David Peterson and Colin Ray. So if you look at just in terms of the pitching matchup, this will certainly be the one game where the Cubs, have a favorable matchup.
Aaron Boone, 9th season as Yankees manager.
7th all time now in games managed and wins for the Yankees. The guy immediately ahead of him on that list is immediately to your left.
That is the guy he took over for immediately after the 2017 season.
Isn't it fun at home to guess along? There it is, Joe Girardi.
Yep. There's Joe.
Alongside Michael Kay.
Where's Michael?
Drinking some tea, probably.
Hey, there's Michael Kay. He's got his Ricola. Did you see Michael the other day? He asked for some tea, and then they got him like Splenda or something, and he took the arm of his glasses.
Yeah.
And that's how he stirred it in.
Joe was freaking out.
And Joe was lighting him up. That's drilled by Amaya, right center field. That split the gap and bang up against the wall. And Miggy into second. Cubs catchers continue to swing it.
Miggy had a nice road trip. And Carson Kelly splitting time behind the plate. Both had some big swings. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. For the first time today, the Cubs have a man in scoring position, and ECA chance to bring him home.
From Warren. Check swing, and he went.
He's trying to appeal his case. Could you please check? Tom Hanahan says, I got it. Don't need any help.
One and one on Pete Crow Armstrong. Fouled that off his foot.
Could you imagine if a home plate umpire called a swing on a hitter and then appealed and the base umpire said, no, he didn't go? That'd be kind of fun.
Very.
This is not fun, however. Oh.
Nick Frangella heading out. He got him right on the top of the foot in that area. It's maybe a, yeah, right there.
What's that area called, Luke?
Top of the foot.
Top of the foot. You know, you got a little soft tissue right there, right? Start to work your way up the leg a little bit. You know,
what's the blue? Oh, the blue thing's just the connector. Gotta get some type of pad situation on there, right? Yeah, so that part's a little exposed.
Take a little time, let the pain subside, deep breath.
No score, bottom of the third. Amaya at second, so a man in scoring position, but there are 2 outs.
Good take. He had a couple doubles yesterday, one to the pull side, then he got a backdoor breaking ball that was down below the knees, and he smoked it to the gap in left center. Most impressive swing of the bat. He's been so good for such a long period of time now. Come to expect solid contact every time he's up there.
And he's gone on strikes. Warren freezes him. Download the Illinois Lottery app to play today. Shota Imanaga, razor sharp thus far. Delivers the Goldschmidt. And there's a strike.
Yeah, a lot of red K's going up on the scorecard here today. Let's see, first time since August 16th, opening a game with 3 perfect innings. So that would be August 16th, 2025. Because we're not there yet. What's today? 31st of July.
Yes, it
trade
is.
Deadline is Monday.
Yep, we're all over.
A lot of buzz. A lot of guys going to be moved here at the trade deadline.
Are they?
I don't know. Define a lot.
Okay.
Want to make up some rumors?
Sure.
I heard Hunter Goodman's going to the Red Sox.
Really?
I just made it up. Imanaga doing a nice job mixing in a few of those breaking pitches.
Shota ready. And the 2-2.
You know, Paul Goldschmidt is from the Woodlands, Texas group, where all the children are above average. All the women are strong and all the men are good looking. Same high school as JMO. What's he peeking at? What's Goldie peeking at?
2-2 on the ground. Couple of hops for Swanson. And there's one away. What were you yelling about?
Goldie was peeking.
Was he?
No, I think he was just doing a thing. He was
focusing his eyes.
Yeah, I think he was just looking away and then looking back.
Yeah. So now it's Ben Rice. Rice, 5th in the majors in OPS. Line drive.
Oh, baby.
Michael Busch lays out of the backhand and steals a knock from Ben Rice.
U.S. Craig Counsell earlier today if this is the best defensive team he's been around, and so I don't know, but it's got to be close if it's not the best. Spectacular work here by Michael Busch. Guys in the middle get all the headlines, but he can really play. Here's what we're talking about with Paul Goldschmidt. Watch his eyes. Whoop. Bring him back. Whoop. Bring him back.
Fly ball in the air, center field. That one is back on its way and out of here. Rosario a homer into the bleachers in left center, and the Yankees strike first, 1-0 on Rosario's 10th.
Man, he leaned on that one. Wind has picked up a little bit, so maybe got some help, but he crushed it. 108 miles an hour off the bat. Number 10 for Rosario. 450 feet. Just a little get over breaking ball. It got over, and then it got out. Man, I didn't know he had that kind of juice.
Well, we told you that's how the Yankees score, by putting them in the seats. So 1-0 here in the fourth.
It's going to be a fun weekend. A lot of Yankee fans here in the ballpark, and buzz from pitch one.
Dominguez fouls that one back 2-2 on the right fielder. Again, no Aaron Judge, and they're not sure with that rib stress fracture when exactly he's coming back. Two. Left field, half onto the track, and makes the catch. Rosario puts a charge into one. The Yankees have taken a 1-0 lead. In a 1-0 lead, Ahmed Rosario, the third baseman, with a solo homer. Pedro Ramirez to the plate. And he takes a sweeper for a strike. Ramirez part of that same international signing class as Moises Ballesteros. They signed him for $75,000 in 2021. That's drilled right field. Dominguez is there to make the catch. JD, are you ready to play some mound ball?
Yeah, bring it on. Let's go.
All right, time to play mound ball, presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Christian Castaneda will win the $1,000 Tasty Trade jackpot, and he won. Congrats to Christian. Wins today's edition of Mound Ball, presented by Tasty Trade. Stocks, options, futures, crypto. Baby. It's $3,000.
And you know what? They're getting married, that couple. So you can put that money to good use.
How do you know that?
Maybe they can upgrade their honeymoon. I can just tell they got that look. That look about them. Scoreboard operator. Somebody knows them. Somebody knows them. A little bird told me. Cubs Productions.
Nice.
Told us that.
A little Jason Kipnis to him. Here's Alex Bregman. And there's a strike. Bregman popped out foul the first pitch that he saw in the second. Yankees lead it 1-0.
Tough pitch. Looks like maybe it's a little bit outside. Yeah, no, it's probably right.
I think Tom Hanahan's been pretty good today so far.
Yeah, I think so too. Alex Bregman was really good in St. Louis. Scuffled a little bit first part of the road trip in Pittsburgh, had Sunday off, and then he went off in St. Louis.
Then he took Dansby Swanson's bat.
Yeah, started hitting, and then he stopped using Dansby's bat.
Line drive, center field. Grisham is there, and 1-2-3 go the Cubs. End of 4, 1-0. Big weekend here in Chicago with Lollapalooza going on, and the Yankees here the whole week. On the ground at third, Ramirez edge of the grass. 1 pitch and 1 out.
On a day where there might be a couple of arms not available in the Cubs bullpen, Imanaga's been very efficient so far. The eyes moving on Volpe too. You can only maintain that peak concentration for so long. I'll start looking away.
Fly ball, right field, Conforto. PCA by his side, and Michael makes the catch. 2 away.
Well, the Cardinals come to town Friday, August 14th. It's a 3-game set with the Redbirds. Tickets are still available at Cubs.com/tickets. Oh, they'll be looking for revenge after dropping 3 out of 4 to the Cubs.
Revenge. You ever see a fish called Wanda?
Yeah, sure.
Good movie.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Cleese,
Yeah.
Kevin Kline, maybe.
Where Kevin Kline eats all of Ken's fish.
I don't remember the storyline that well.
The right field on the line and gone. Spencer Jones. And for Jones, it's home run number 4. He got those arms extended to zip.
Talked about Jones last time he was up there, a guy that strikes out a bunch but also hits a ton of home runs. He had 35 of them in the minor leagues last year.
He's homered twice in the last 3 games now. Two down, bases empty, and Ali Sanchez. Fly ball right field, Conforto. And makes the catch shy of the track. The Yankees add a run. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-0 now.
The 5th, Dana Palencia is back. You saw him there, but he is back only for a little bit. Tomorrow he will throw live batting practice, a live bullpen, live BP, that's what we're calling it. And then from there, assuming everything goes well, he will go on a rehab assignment. So that is really good news, Boog, with the trade deadline looming. You have to figure what will your team look back like, and to have healthy pieces coming back is really good. Also want to mention Justin Steele and Cade Horton both around this weekend, but Justin Steele has begun throwing off the mound a little bit, so he will continue his progression back. And then also Matt Shaw in Arizona has begun hitting. For a while it was just swinging as he was still dealing with some symptoms in his hand, but he has begun hitting, so he's getting closer as well, Boog.
Oh, that's a lot, T-Mac. So Steely on the road back. Talking with Gavin Hollowell, just went on the shelf. And again, what's it going to look like in terms of when everybody gets back, and if all are healthy and they add some arms, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. And there's a pretty good chance as guys come back, other guys will go down, because that's just the way it is. Who's Hornsby in the range? That's just the way it is.
That's right. Yeah. I think that was his first one.
What a bunch of cowards ducking on that ball. Hey! Cade Horton, good to see you, man. What could have been.
We were just fans at heart. Out towards right center, falling. Grisham is there.
We customize your policy, so when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered. That's simple human sense.
One down, bases empty. The Cubs with one hit, a double with 2 outs in the third by Miguel, or beg your pardon, 2 hits. Double by Miguel Amaya with 2 outs in the third, and also a Pedro Ramirez single in the first. So this corner bounces in the third. And there's 2 away. The Yankees have 2 hits. Both of them have left the park, so they lead the game 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grammy Award-winning country artist Ashley McBryde is coming to Gallagher Way on August 8th, just outside of Wrigley Field. General admission and VIP tickets are available. Get tickets at GallagherWay.com.
Pitch in for a strike to Michael Conforto.
And we talk a lot about the Cubs and their ability to work walks and grind out at bats, see a lot of pitches. That has not been the case here today. They've been aggressive. They're not taking a walk yet. And Warren's been efficient. Aaron Boone, no doubt, fired up about his right-hander putting together a really nice start after getting knocked around last time.
Warren went to college at Southeastern Louisiana. He was an 8th-round pick in 2021. In high school, though, he went to Jackson Prep, and that's the same place that produced both Jake Mangum and Connor Griffin from the Pirates. Swing and a miss, and Conforto is gone. 1-2-3. Go the Cubs. Will Warren rolling.
Feeling good and play good as well. So really important for him to always have that quote-unquote swag as the kids play. So I want to show you his cleats that he had custom made for this season. Inside the tongue is a thumbs up. Now the meaning of this goes back to his grandfather Herb, who was a longtime Cubs fan. He talked about that in his introductory press conference. When he was a kid, him and his grandfather would always give each other thumbs up. So that's a nod to his grandpa, who was a Cubs fan. And then on the outside near the laces, it says Josie James, to honor his daughter, who was born in November. He loves her very much. And then on the bottom of it, it's supposed to be water, which is a nod to Lake Michigan. So Dansby is always swagged out, Boog. I love the thought behind the cleats.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, man, I wish they had themed cleats in my day.
What would yours have been?
I don't know, but I would have come up with something. Yeah, maybe a photo of Otis the Drunk.
Right.
From Mayberry, because he's from my hometown. The great Hal Smith.
What if we made spikes now? Line drive. And a base hit left field for Caballero. He's got good speed. So the leadoff man is on here in the top of the 6th.
Cub fans, visit Cubs Trending inside the Marquee Sports app for all the top highlights, interviews, and must-watch moments all season long. Presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local nationwide insurance agent. Visit jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Caballero, 25 steals and 33 tries. And how aggressive he'll be with Goldschmidt at the plate with his power, and the wind blowing out to left, and a lefty on the mound.
Ball 1 to Goldie, who's 0 for 2. His last 25 coming in at just 148.
Chase him back. It's interesting watching Caballero's lead. He continues the little baby steps as he gets out there. Well, there you go. Stolen base leader since the beginning of last season. He's number 1 on the list.
Talking with first base coach Dan Fiorito.
I think maybe he's got Shota's attention a little bit. A couple of really bad misses and maybe dealing with some moisture too. Don't want to focus too much attention on the base runner when you got Goldschmidt up there. Rain has picked up and the wind has really picked up significantly.
Shota ready, 3-0. Through there for a strike.
It looked like Goldschmidt was taking all the way there. Maybe he get after it on 3-0.
Imanaga ready, and a 3-1.
Slipped 91 right by him. Just respecting that split finger enough. He was late getting started to the fastball.
So now 3-2. And Goldschmidt able to get a piece and push it foul. Caballero was actually going back to first. This could be 2. Nico. There's 1. There's 2.
A nice job after falling behind in the count. 3-0. Dials up the double play ball. Third time that Goldschmidt has put it on the ground here today. 1 to third, 1 to short. Now Nico gets a turn. Sprint to the bag and swing it out over to first.
Swing and a miss from Rice.
Time now for the Motorola Razor replay. In defense of Michael Busch. Last time Rice was up there. Leaves his feet to snare that line drive, much to the delight of Shota Imanaga. Shota will let you know what he's thinking out there.
Mentioned Rice went to Dartmouth, and he's actually pretty well fluent in Spanish.
Spanish rice.
That's right. The 1-2. A little bit low.
You know who else came out of Dartmouth that became a dude? Mr. Kyle Hendricks.
Indeed. Well, the Yankees bench coach went there as well, Brad Ausmus.
Yeah. Brad did not play baseball.
Line drive, base hit, right field. No, he had already signed.
Yeah, he had already signed with the. Maybe start with Ausmus.
The Padres?
Yeah, it's Padres. No, he started with the Yankees. He was originally drafted. He was a 48th round.
Wow.
The Yankees.
Swing and a miss. Good splitter that time from Shota. Yankees gotten a pair of solo homers, one from this guy, Ahmed Rosario, and one from Spencer Jones. 2-0 New York.
It's interesting. We've seen a number of those splitters from Imanaga. Actually, almost look like they have slider break, like breaking in on the right-handed hitters. That's a dangerous pitch.
I know last year, talking to some of the guys in the video room with the Cubs, they were saying that part of it is a little bit of an optical illusion because of where our center field camera is, that it's off center, but it's not actually cutting that much.
Well, I know in the past, and that one didn't, and I know in the past, at times when he's had a hard time or if he's not happy with the way that's behaving, he'll go more of a traditional changeup to make sure he can kind of turn it over and fade it away from the righties.
Yeah, it's those guys.
Yeah,
just move them over.
I mean, how many center field cameras do you need?
God, Fox with 4 of them. The 2-2 swing and a miss, struck him out, and Rosario is down on strikes. Beautiful shots from our Megalodon camera, powered by Nissan. Visit nissanusa.com or your local dealer.
It's starting to get late here. Bottom of the 6th. The Yankees 2, Cubs 0. Just one runner in scoring position as Will Warren is pretty well locked in here.
In the air, Caballero makes the grab.
Folks, starting today through the end of this homestand, the 50-50 raffle is featuring a mega $200,000 jackpot. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game now through August 5th. These guys laying it all out. You get half, we get half. Goes to charity.
I'll tell you, Will Warren has been excellent here today.
Yeah.
Cubs, and you're right, the Cubs have been aggressive because that's 1 out in the 6th. He's at 63 pitches. Good pitch, bottom of the zone with that sweeper.
It's not like they've hit into a bunch of tough luck.
Swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. That's 7 strikeouts.
Well executed changeup down below the knees.
Ball 1, no strikes on Pete Crow Armstrong. Well, it doesn't take much. Just get a couple of guys on and pop one. Rosario in on the grass at third. Line drive, right field. And the catch made by Dominguez. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cubs. Will Warren has been locked in.
Is still right here on Marquee. Join us after the final out for Cubs Close Game Live, presented by Yingling. First pitch, 6:15 tomorrow evening.
JD, what are you going to do for the game?
I'm going to grill up some brats and watch the ball game.
Are you really?
I don't know. Something along those lines. How about you? What do you got going?
I'm going to call the game for ESPN Radio.
Oh, okay. So you're working.
Yeah, I am.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
Who are you working with?
Doug Landville.
Dougie G?
Popped up, right side of the infield. Michael Busch on the grass. Folks, when the Cubs walk it off at Wrigley this season, you could score a trip to Circa Resort Casino in Las Vegas. Scan the QR code now to enter the Circa Walk Off to Vegas sweepstakes for your chance to win. The Cubs walk it off today, I'll go with you.
Well, they've had their fair share of walk-offs this year.
I'll go too.
That was the Queen of FOMO checking in.
FOMO police checking in.
T-Mac, we see you down there in the dugout, and let's just tell the people out. There she is.
You don't see me. You see my umbrella.
Taylor's gotten a lot shorter. What's going on? The media has overtaken the dugout because it's the Yankees and the Cubs.
Yes, so you can see behind me they built a area for more photographers to stand. The rain scared all of them away. I don't know what their problem is.
So is this a permanent situation?
No, I think it's just for the Yankees and the Dodgers. They did this for the postseason last year. So I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Japanese media in town for Dodger series. So, I'm happy to share my space. We love people who cover baseball.
All right, so, Mac, we've never done this before, but Quentin Berry is close enough to you. You want to see if we could get maybe a comment from him on the record about the ball going between his legs early in the game? Tell him I want to know. How do you feel about that? If you're not comfortable, it's fine.
Okay, let me try. Stop. A voice down bad.
In the air, left field, Ian Happ. If you missed it, here's what we were talking about. Just, it's one of those things where a little ground ball off the sidewall, and that's why he's in the outfield. Craig Counsell patting Shota on the back. Good work. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Network is brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for the brain. And by Wintrust, different approach, better results. Well, quality start brought to you by National Car Rental, speed, control, winning confidence. Shota Imanaga, excellent here today. 6 2/3, 2 earnings, 6 strikeouts, didn't walk a soul.
Well, there hasn't been a walk on either side in this ball game. Tyler Ferguson now to try to finish off this top half of the 7th. Good try. Just a little bit low with that slide ball. The numbers for Tyler: 15 appearances now, 13 2/3, 6.59 the ERA. The home run ball has been an issue. He's allowed 5 of them. 13 2/3. He hasn't walked anybody yet.
And Dansby Swanson together at Vanderbilt. And good friends. Shota Imanaga looking on. And Ferg misses upstairs and outside.
Tyler's dad was a minor leaguer in the Yankees system years ago. I know that because we were teammates many years ago.
Fly ball right field. And Holtby retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Budweiser. For 150 years, this Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, actor and Chicagoland native Joe Murray.
All right, Cub fans, let Pack hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Oh, it's root for those Hollies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some runs. Come on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the defensive change for New York. Entering the opening
Ramirez at the plate as the Cubs looking for some offense. They've been shut down today by Will Warren.
And 2 base runners, the first of which was erased on a double play ball way back in the 1st. 1 over the minimum for Warren since then. Ryan McMahon is on to play third base for Rosario.
Good defender, probably the best golfer on the Yankees team as well.
Yeah, good challenge. Ball appeared to be a little low.
Pitch called a strike. Batter sounded.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Tom Hanahan, our plate umpire.
Pitch the ball. Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
Oh, that's big, right? You flip that count from 2-1 to 3-0. Cubs haven't had a leadoff man on base all day.
Yeah, that's through there for a strike.
Ramirez has had a couple pretty good swings. A single first time, then a line drive to right last time he was up.
Yanks really needed this start from Warren. Their pen was super active Wednesday and Thursday.
Like every shot we get a Booney, he's in that same exact pose.
I know it.
Posing for a managerial baseball card.
That's right. It's the third. McMahon takes it in. Aaron Boone, 53 years old, played parts of 12 years as a player. And now it's Michael Busch. One out, nobody on. Oh, 2. Warren. That's too high. Yankees split a 4-game series with the White Sox. New York trying to track down the Rays in the East. I know it was early, but I didn't think that Tampa Bay team that we saw in April, in my mind, I was not contemplating that they were going to be the team that got out front and ran away, at least to be chased in the East. One hop flag down, Goldschmidt. Nice play. He steals a hit from Michael Busch. And Paul Goldschmidt, 4 times he's won the Gold Glove.
Yeah, well, there's a great example of we talked about earlier with the infielders up on the ball to their feet, ready to react. A would-be double for Busch. He disappears into that big mitt of Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, Tampa, I don't know. We haven't saw them very early, right?
Yeah.
They're 40-16 in their home ballpark.
Wow.
After spending last year at the Yankees spring training facility, they're back at the Trop and loving it.
Swing and a miss. So 2 outs, base is empty. The Cubs have been held scoreless on 2 hits. And a little flare out into center, and that'll fall. So Bregman aboard. It's a 2-out single.
Maybe a bloop and a blast. A little softy right off the end of the bat for Bregman. Just kind of throws it at that breaking pitch.
1-1 to Ian Happ. Happ has struck out and flied to center.
Blackburn continues to work in the Yankee pen. Cubs coming into play today, 5.5 games behind the Brewers. And with the top spot in that wild card chase, 5 games better than the Diamondbacks. Good take.
The 2-1. Line drive, base hit, right field. Bregman will stop at second. Back-to-back singles, and Nico will come up to hit.
Would have been back-to-back hits if not for that great play by Goldschmidt, and it looks like that's going to do it for Will Warren here this afternoon. He was outstanding. The Cubs finally putting together a little bit of a rally here.
So a pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Take on the Cincinnati Ball Club. First pitch 120. First 5,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers, 21 and older, will receive a Cubs 1990s replica jersey presented by Budweiser. Be sure to arrive early and wear that home from 10-year Martin Grace. Here's Paul Blackburn, 38 games, 58 2/3, and a sparkling 2.15 ERA.
Nico Horner bounces one foul. Oh, and 1, 2 aboard, 2 out. Neither Bregman nor Happ had particularly big leads. One and 1 on Nico. Up the middle, Volpe. Safe at second.
The Yankees are going to think about a challenge here.
They're going to look at it.
New York is challenging the safe call at second base.
They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
The Yankees are starting to work their way off the field. They're fairly convinced this is going to go their way. And it looks like it will indeed go their way. Good hustle by Happ, put that foot down just ahead of his hand.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner was out. New York will change its out.
So the inning is over as the call is overturned. We head to the 8th. 2-zip. Well, the story in this one, Will Warren, 6 2/3, 4 hits, and no runs. Rosario and Jones solo homers each, and good work by Shota Imanaga. Just right now, it is on the losing end.
Cubs not able to mount much of an offense against Warren. A couple big swings by the Yankees, both coming with 2 out.
Top of the 8th, the Yankees have gotten a homer from this guy and a homer from Ahmed Rosario. Ferguson, Diaz.
Maybe way up top with the fastball here. Good try. Thought about it.
Yeah. So 3-2. Jones, then Sanchez, then Caballero. We're in the 8th. And that's ball 4.
The first walk issued today by either side.
And Austin Wells is going to pinch hit. And Tommy Hotovy now will go out to talk to Tyler Ferguson. JD,
yes.
If you were Tyler Ferguson, do you think you would contemplate your walkout song as being Fergalicious by Fergie?
Yeah, well, I think absolutely, yeah. Seems like a natural.
I would do it. I may ask him if that's a possibility going forward.
Maybe yours would be like Boogie Nights or something.
Well, look, I'm not going to lie. I have had some people call me Boogalicious.
Any of your Boogie Bugle Boy of Company B or
yeah,
something like that.
The old Boogie Bear. Here's Wells now, man at first, nobody out. And Tyler misses outside. Been a really tough year for this guy. He's not been able to find the groove offensively.
Here's how you pitch him. I googled it. According to AI, primary strategy involves high fastballs, breaking balls away, and targeting his lower inside and outer half vulnerabilities. Maybe that's what Tommy Hotovy delivered when he went out there.
Probably something in that vein. Friday afternoon at Wrigley, what could be better? Now the Cubs, though, on the short end, needing to rally down to their final 6 outs on the offensive end. Peek down from the drone. Ferguson walking Jones, and now he's fallen behind the pinch hitter, Austin Wells. And that's through there for a strike.
Jones a big man, but he can move. He's got good wheels. There he goes.
And that's ball 4 with Jones on the go. And now Cubs asking for trouble. 7, 8, 9 up. And now back-to-back walks. So 2 aboard. The Yankees looking for some insurance. And it'll bring up Jose Caballero. Max Fried, David Peterson will be your starters tomorrow night.
Cubs will pinch in here at the corners, anticipating a bunt. Antoine Kelly, the newest Cub, warming up in the bullpen.
tried to bunt, and he missed it. The one thing when I look at this Yankees team offensively that jumps out to me, they're 22nd out of 30 teams in on-base percentage. When you think about over the course of the last 20 some odd years, but they had really leaned heavily on OBP and having those teams that just had guy after guy with the high on-base percentage, and it is not the case this year. Corners crashing, pulls the bat back, swings and misses.
Yeah, Caballero just he's kind of out of sorts right now. I mean, a bad attempt at that first pitch was bunt. He kind of squared late, and this time he tries a little butcher boy, shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and then takes a hack at a bad pitch. Bush blitzing from first base, ready to make a play. See if he tries the bunt with 2 strikes.
Squares around, gets it down. Bush to third. They get one there, and that's all they get. So they get the lead run. Well done by Michael Bush, as the crashing in from first pays off.
Yeah, bunter in this situation, ideally you like to push that towards third base. With 2 strikes, he's just trying to put it on the ground, and Michael Bush there to gobble it up. Great work. Kind of starts to open up his body, turn to get himself into a good fielding position or a good throwing position before he even fields the bunt. Got to be aggressive in that situation. You're already down 2. It's the 8th inning.
One down, first and second, and now it's Goldschmidt. 2-zip Yankees. Ferguson fires. There's a strike.
Goldschmidt has hit it on the ground all 3 times today, and last time it turned into a double play.
The 0-1. Yeah, so the Cubs went through extended stretches of just not succeeding with men in scoring position. It's certainly frustrating to watch when your team gets a lot of people on base and you're not able to get the big hit.
Sure it is. We've talked about this in the past. Sometimes that can be a misleading stat because sometimes those at-bats with runners in scoring position come and blow out games. And
yeah.
I'm really, because we think of it as a performing under pressure.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, you make that point consistently since I've known you, and then I also question how repeatable the skill is. Ferguson gets the swing and miss, and a strikeout, 2 away.
Yeah, that whole notion of clutch hitting, and I think there's certainly clutch hitting, but can you be a clutch hitter? Can you perform better for whatever reason in a high leverage situation than you do otherwise? And I don't think that's the case. I think the key is, can you maintain your level under pressure? Anyway, we got a pitching change.
Yeah, we do.
Brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank. It's about time. August 16th to join 93 XRT personalities, the Lindberghers, and special guests at Metro, just up the street from Wrigley Field for Hometown Celebration, a benefit for the Lynn Bramer Scholars Fund. Tickets at metrochicago.com.
And now Antoine Kelly getting a chance to make his big league debut.
Yeah, boy, how about this baptism under fire? Big league debut, Wrigley Field, packed house, Yankees in town, tight ball game.
There's a strike to Rice. You know, the one thing for Kelly in the minors, a lot of walks and a lot of strikeouts.
He's a local product, Maine East High School.
The 1-1.
There are a lot of family and friends locked into this one.
Yeah, from Park Ridge.
Hey, same high school that produced Steve Goodman, who composed Go Cubs Go. Some synergy there. Antoine, 26. He's 6'5", 205. Second round pick of the Brewers, 2019, out of Wabash Valley College.
Big spot right here with a dangerous hitter at the plate in Ben Rice. 2 on, 2 out, 1 and 2. Kelly. There's 1 out of 3. Here's a 2-2.
Outwardly, he looks calm, doesn't he?
Yep. 26-year-old left-hander making his big league debut. And fires a 2-2.
Made my major league debut. I couldn't feel my legs.
And how old were you?
I was 24.
The kick, the pitch. Struck him out. Welcome to the show, Antoine Kelly. Big strikeout.
Let's go get him some runs. Pitching his heart out.
Yankees lead 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Number 8. And the Yankees have a 2-0 advantage on the Cubs. All Blackburn. Conforto bounces one foul. Antoine Kelly. Yeah, the local guy gets the call. Maine East at Park Ridge, 15 miles from that high school mound to Wrigley. From Milwaukee at Texas. Welcome home. Conforto's going to challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it's a ball.
Barely.
The 1-1. And that's a strike.
Yeah, Blackburn, a former starting pitcher, gives you a starter's mix out there. So there's a lot of different pitches. There's Austin Wells, who pinch hit. He's moved in behind the plate. Curveball's always been a big pitch for Blackburn, originally drafted by the Cubs back in 2012.
Conforto watches that bounce in the dirt. So the curve missing. And now 2-2 on Michael.
Blackburn traded from the Cubs to the Mariners in July of 2016, a deal that brought Mike Montgomery to the Cubs.
Went too far, struck him out, and Conforto is gone.
Tough day for Michael as he celebrates 10 years in the big leagues. That's a hat trick. And kind of the nature of the game. It'll humble you. This one you got it rolling, feeling good. End up with a hat trick. Folks will remember Mike Montgomery. He was on the mound for the final out of the 2016 World Series.
I saw a shot over the course of that weekend, or maybe after, where he was throwing a little batting practice to one of his kids on the field. Ball a strike on Swanson. Dansby 0 for 2. A strikeout and a pop out. Not much doing today for the Cubs offense. Each of these teams with just 4 hits. But for the Yankees, 2 of them have left the ballpark. Time called. Swanson will step out. 2-2 on Dansby. And again, it's 2-0, and the bats have been quiet, but it doesn't take much for it to turn into a rally.
Just need a little noise, a little traffic. Cubs in the first 2 games of that 4-game set in St. Louis scored 17 runs on 32 hits or something like that. Last 2 days, bats really tapered off. It's the nature of it.
The tapering.
The tapering. Tapering happens.
Yankees have double-barreled activity in their pen. Hill, the lefty, Bednar, the righty. The lefty's on the left. Aaron Boone maintains his pose. I think he's just stayed in that pose the entire time, just stretching out the hammy and the quad.
Blowing bubbles.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Then he goes to that changeup that he got Conforto with.
But again, it's one of those subtleties of the modern game. Nobody's throwing right on right changeups when you play, JD.
No, they were not.
It's a good example, though, of how, for lack of a better term, analytics has helped show, because you don't throw same side changeups was just a thing, and then people would start to examine, well, wait a second, why not?
And you didn't throw first pitch changeups because the thought was, well, what are you changing up off of?
Right. With 2 on Amaya. All Blackburn on here. The Yankees lead it 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for New York. 0-4-0 for the Cubs. And he went too far, struck him out. Blackburn outstanding. We're heading to the 9th at Wrigley, 2-0.
.7 in the U.S. and select out-of-market games every week, plus live radio broadcasts of every game. Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today.
Ryan McMahon here. There's Antoine Kelly. Goes back at it. We're in the 9th. And the Yankees lead it 2-0. McMahon back in. McMahon, really good defender. His career when he was in Colorado, they had Nolan Arenado there, so he played second. And Nico dives, gets up, and steals a hit from him.
Speaking of playing second, how about number 2? Doing his thing, laying out, taking away a base hit from Ryan McMahon. Antoine Kelly will learn that what so many other Cub pitchers have learned. This is a fun team to pitch in front of because they make plays.
So McMahon is out, and here is Jason Dominguez. Dominguez 0 for 3. He has struck out, flied out, popped out. He's the Martian.
Yeah, what's that all about? We know the origins of why they call him the Martian?
I think because his talent was so substantial, but I'm just making that up.
Like he came from another planet,
right?
Kind of like Superman.
Whoa. Tried the corner and missed.
Caught a cleat or something.
He did, actually. Three and one now. And ball 4 as Dominguez will reach base. 1 out and a man at first. And time to tell you the Cubs with 8 strikeouts today to help AbbVie's Striking Out Cancer Initiative. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. Trent Grisham now. Grisham, a guy who's got a really good idea to strike zone. He's got the 2nd lowest chase rate in the majors. He's in a funk right now, though. 4 for his last 43. The middle, and Swanson. There's 1. There's 2. Well, we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Cubs, and the top of the order. 2 up. PCA, Pedro, and Michael Busch. Hey, we're back. And here at Wrigley, we're going bottom 9. And the pitcher, the Yankees will send David Bednar to the mound to try and close it out. So the top of the order, guys familiar with the former Pirate.
Yeah, Bednar's been the anchor of that talented Yankee bullpen. 22 saves and 24 tries.
Oh, rally cap. That's right, Bill Murray. Yeah, there's a strike. Bednar to the plate. That one misses down and away. That was the splitter.
Good hitter, splitter, curveball. The White Sox walked the Yankees off the last 2 days, so maybe we can make that a Chicago tradition.
BCA reaching left field, Spencer Jones. And there's one down. Pedro Ramirez now. The Cubs giving Seiya Suzuki the day off here today. Bednar, guy who generates a lot of chase. Line drive, base hit right field.
The kid has been really impressive, hasn't he?
Big time.
There's a splitter from Bednar, and he just stays back and whacks it to right. He's had good at bats all day.
So Ramirez aboard with one out, and Michael Busch. Cubs down 2. By the way, the history of this field, the Cubs have lost a 2-0 game while allowing a couple of solo homers twice. It's the only 2 times that it's ever happened. Once in 2016, a loss to the Rockies, and a couple of homers by Arenado, and then in 1981, a loss to the Mets. Mazzilli and Staub went deep. Bednar 1-1. Jones in and makes the catch.
If you're thinking long ball, Bednar has only allowed 3 this year in 46 innings.
A reminder, Cubs postgame live coming up at the conclusion of our game. Ramirez at first. Bregman digs in. He represents the tying run. Yankees 2, Cubs nothing. 2 outs, bottom 9. There goes the runner. Ball 1.
You're going to challenge this one.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile. It's a ball.
Calls confirmed. Pitches a ball. New York has one challenger.
The 1-0. Back to the mound. Bednar has it. And the Yankees take the opener of this 3-game series. The Cubs offense shut out here today. 2-0 the final. Just a credit to Will Warren and a frustrating game for the Bats.
Yeah, nice job by Shota Imanaga today. Gave up the 2 solo home runs. That was it for the Yankees offense. Max Fried and Garrett Cole teed up to go the next 2 games of this series. Cubs were hoping to get something going against Will Warren here today, but he was awfully tough.
So the Yankees win it. For Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, Yankees 2 and the Cubs 0. A reminder, tomorrow's game against the Yankees is exclusively on Fox. The post-game show, though, still right here on Marquee. Make sure to join us after the final out. Up next, Cubs post-game live, Cole Wright and Elise Menaker. Cole, take it away.
That was a tough one, 10th shutout loss of the season. These fellas pulling dead even with last season's shutout total.
Yeah, you know, Shota pitched well, just a couple of mistakes, the offense falling flat, and just not enough today. So only put up 2 by the Yankees, but that is enough.
Yankees big boppers, they were absent, but they still bopped more than the Cubs did. We'll tell you how it all went down. That's next. Stick with us on Cubs Post Game Live.